Good day to everybody. What's happening, y'all? What we doing? Hope you're doing well. You know, good morning to you too as well. It's me, Easy, in the building. Shout out to you. Defi talk. We're gonna talk about nuance. These terms that people use, I find it fascinating. Some of the terms that are always utilized and express nuance. Some weird stuff taking place as always. There's always something new. Always something. There's never a dull moment. Not even anything new, because some of these things you can't think that they're new in a sense where, like I said in a previous stream, everything seemed like it's a copy of something else, man. Basically, it's like not too much originality. And if there is something original, they call it nuance. It's small, right? Small differences or additions or variations, right? Of whatever that was already there that got duplicated. And in the duplication, they add variation, nuance. These guys, man, these guys and gals, they call it nuance. I don't know, man. Like, nuance. I'm hearing, like, it's just what it is, man. Like, there's some people that just, they have to, it doesn't matter how much you say. What you tell folks, they'll dismiss whatever you have to say and go find out on their own. In a sense where you told them, listen, if you go down that road, it may not work out for you. They don't believe you, they go down that road, and voila. Well, it's not your fault because you said something. I gotta shake my head to a lot of the people that were in this space that not only held on to believing in the token, believing in everything surrounding the token and everything, and made off very well. But now it's like a whole different storyline. And they don't see how they lost their way. They just don't see it. They don't see how they lost their way. It's crazy to me. Y'all don't see how you lost your way. And those who haven't lost their way are vilified. Mm-mm. 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 Wildin'. Wildin'. If it weren't for this logo right here, many things in this space wouldn't be where it is right now. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Like, I don't understand how certain things are just like confusing people. I don't really get it. You know, I don't get it. You know, ego, pride, when you're so self-absorbed, that can bring the worst out of people. And I see that in this community. There's people who, in the beginning, it was all a dream. Right? It was all this dream of, oh, yes, you know, X, sacrifice for Pulse Chain, freedom of speech, sacrifice for freedom of movement, Pulse X. It was all a dream. You know, unifying where? I saw it early. Y'all wanted to believe in something that really didn't exist, because if it really existed and was real, the community would be more unified today than ever. And it's not. It's just not. It's not. Do you not understand? Do y'all not understand for a second? Like, the 10,000x narrative was what attracted so many people to the space. On top of that, you're hearing the 10,000x narrative, and what affected this, I guess the performance. Not only did the bear market rear its ugly head in 21, but the whole pulse chain sacrifice phase got people sidetracked too, you know, as far as away from X. Took a lot of attention away from X. It did. It's not making, you know, you're sacrificing your Hex tokens that are gonna be sent away forever, no expectations, and it's what it was. But that also had an impact. The same year the sacrifice phase launches, the same year Hex reached its all-time high. Same year sacrifice phase launch is the same year a bunch of copycat sacrifice sets came out, y'all. I started this whole thing by saying that, you know, nuance. Things are not new under the sun, right? And there's a lot of things that you find in crypto that's been copied from something else. Do your research. Do your Christian Dior. Do your research. And you know, it's like, yo, you guys, some of them are so obvious. Like, you're pretending like you trying to do something good for the community and sacrifice and this and that. But it's obvious it's not that, because there's a list already that's out of projects that were sacrifice projects that have scammed on Pulse Chain. You understand? Like, I'm going to keep talking about this until people understand it. Like, this is not going away. Call me whatever you want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because there are people who don't want, who would prefer these things not to be said. How can if I've been in crypto for a number of years, have seen BS come and BS go, and when I'm smelling and seeing it resurface, for me to not call it out, I might as well just not even blog and just go and be completely self-absorbed and selfish and not care. You know, it's easier not to care. It's easier not to care. And let the chips fall where they may for y'all. But I take the chance and the time to speak about what I speak about because I think it's important. Number one, I enjoy doing it, and number two, I think it's important because I would appreciate hearing the truth from somewhere. You know, yes, it's nice to hear about a lot of things, to be hopeful and excited and everything, but you got to hear the truth. There's certain people who I listen to, even in the crypto space, who are complete contrarians for me, like complete contrarians. They are not, they don't speak what I speak. And I appreciate them because it gives me sort of like a chance to see things from a different perspective, right? And it keeps my swords sharp, right? I understand the whole thing about echo chamber and stuff like that. I don't need to be preaching to any choir. That's me. That's how I remain attuned to really what's going on too, because I like to see and hear both halves. I have my position and I understand the other, and find a way to, you know, extract some type of lessons, or if there are teaching moments, I take advantage. If not, I dismiss them. Because if the other opposing view is full of crap, it's a wash for them. You know, if they're not, then it's time to learn. That's how I see things. But I always have to stand on truth. I always have to stand on truth. Now more than ever for me on a personal level, because of this market. This market is extremely new and very, very volatile. Okay? And has produced gains like no other known to man. So I owe it to myself and the people who I care about, right? To stand with what's supposed to represent the most truth in a shady space. Because this space is shady. And we haven't even seen shady yet, even though it's disgustingly shady. Crypto's gonna be 15 years old in January next year, like Bitcoin, rather. A lot of crap has happened, corruption left and right, all kinds of bad things took place in the space. So you want to always prepare yourself for the unexpected in a way. Not leave yourself willy-nilly open, listening to anybody and everybody talking to you on a device or thumb thugging in an app, talking about they have, you know, the best thing in crypto since sliced bread to offer you, to get you to spend your money on, and rob you, and literally rug you, like, and you have nobody to turn to for help. You have nobody to turn to. And people are creating things that have been already working, copies of a copy of a copy of a copy. Back in the days in 2018, with the first iterations of hourglass contracts, oh my God. Oh man. Clone wars. Clone wars. Meaning you had an original, the original working, not the original, but the original working hourglass contract. The first one that was working properly with like no bugs or flaws was copied, right? Was cloned, right? And in each clone, they added, they meaning whoever decided to take and copy the code, implemented their own nuance nuances into these contracts, and they were battling it out, like literally communities and circles of people trying to see who can get the most money out of the people, who can make which contract could fleece the most out of the same community. It wasn't even different communities like that. It was the same community. 100 contracts, let's say, for in a 1 month period, battling it out to see which contract could get the most out of the same group of people. Which contract, which can get the most money, the most crypto, extract the most money, take the most money away from your proverbial hands. Which can do the best? Because the whole thing was, okay, you have clone wars, so this contract is saying that they're better than another contract, right? And that other contract saying they're better than that contract. Who's the common denominator? The end users, people like you and I. And we want to pick the one that's going to win by spending money after money after money after money. And guess who loses? Guess who loses? Guess who wins and guess who loses? Yeah. Do you not see something like that happening right now? It doesn't have to be some hourglass. This thing is just changing to, there are nuances now. Right? Richard made everybody think, well, I'm going to say this. Richard made everybody think something. And a lot of times I'm seeing people having a hard time disproving it. And that's saying that, software is hard, right? And a lot of people are very critical or saying, oh, why it took so long to launch Pulse Chain. As if these good for nothing ass could have done something better. If you could have did, why didn't you do it? So critical. Quick to say it shouldn't have taken this long. Quick to say it didn't have to take all this money to get these. Quick to say all this and that, this and that and this. You produce something. You do an L1. You do the same thing. And if it's copy paste, you do the same thing. You do the same thing. So the next challenge that I think, I'm waiting to see unfold is for these people in the community that talk about building, they build it. Oh yeah, you building, same, you building, y'all building, right? Build another L1 then, since he's so thirsty to build. Look at your man Jacula. How long is he taking to build an L1? You see what I'm saying? But this is a guy who said Richard looked like a scammer. In the same interview where Richard told him to brag, the guy turned around in that same interview, not even an interview, that same whatever stream, he told Richard he looked like a scammer. What are we doing? And to be fair too, I thought Hex was a scam. It looked crazy to me. And he even had to say it too at one time when someone asked him, at first glance, do you not realize how Hex could be seen as a scam? Like when you're looking at the UI of the website was just, come on, son. It's still trash to me. Like, yeah, you could do a lot better. It could be a lot smooth, sleek, look, user friendly. Your appearance could just be upgraded so much, so much. The improvement, come on now. And he said, yeah, I had to agree. Yeah, sure. But you have these people who come in, right? All critical, all critical, all critical. Oh, it shouldn't have to take $1 billion for you to just $1 billion in 2 years, and the software's hard when 100,000 could have just got you something. A good person from Fiverr, 100,000 you could have paid a good developer from Fiverr to launch you a chain in much less than 2 years. How many cryptocurrencies are there right now? How many layer ones are there right now? Right. Out of all those cryptocurrencies and layer ones, do you think, like I'm not even gonna finish that statement. I'm gonna let y'all kind of like use your, because I'm tired of like giving the info away. And no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I could do that. Like, think about it. Like, for real, if it was so easy or whatever, people would just do it in mass. Because I'm seeing a lot of things come out of nowhere too. Folks are so bored in this community. They're so bored. Like, you created a coin, for example. You created a coin, you created a token that basically copied Hex. Except yours now, you could stake it for 75 years. And stupid. Just like ego situations, because it's like these ego coins are coming up, y'all. Nuance ego coins. Nuance ego exchanges. Also, what meme coins. It's the same narrative. Folks are just creating their own meme coins. Cool for mass adoption or onboarding. I get it, but all right, whatever. I'm seeing this phase with dexes now. Dex upon dex upon dex upon dex. You see what I mean? Bored. Folks don't know what to do. And it's going to be a nuance. Each dex is going to have its own nuance to be different from the next deck. Right. Oh, they're going to charge this amount in fees. Oh, no, they're going to have this service that they could provide to. And no, that one's going to be able to do this. And this one's going to be like, and then you're listening to people talk to you about watering down, dividing your attention a million different ways, because diversification has been the key in their financial legacy world. When diversification appears to be key, when it appears to be key, and I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just a realistic advisor, like life. When diversification appears to be key, when you have a lot of money, not when you just $1,000, oh, let's diversify. $10,000 is diversify. Even $100,000, oh, diversify. We diversifying in what? Certain language doesn't appeal to everybody. When they talk about diversify, damn near gotta be an accredited investor, gotta have like, at least a mil liquid to then say, okay, you could work with something. That's what it appears to be. I'm not saying that's what it is. That's what it appears to me. Like they talk that diversify. Diversify what? What am I diversifying? Weakening my chances to hit? And overall, to receive meager earnings because I'm trying to stay on this boat that's rocking on a bunch of things that I'm diversifying on instead of just sailing and just banking on whatever's been tested, tried, and true. No, I'm going to split my attention to diversify. Because, we need to, appreciate every idea that every builder is bringing onto the proposal. Keep that narrative for yourself. Y'all want to believe that, you's fine. I will not, because I know better. Like I've been in this enough. A lot of y'all want to believe into the stories and narratives they tell you. Call me Maxi. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about social credit, acceptance, consensus, popularity, foolishness. It's all foolishness. It means nothing at the end of the day when I still have to pay my way out here in this system to live. So it doesn't matter what y'all think. I'm just looking at things for what they are. And a lot of people don't listen, man. You don't understand when certain things have been shared, certain alpha has been given, certain information, certain, pieces of knowledge and wisdom and understanding have been given out for free to certain people for the right ears, not for all ears, because not everybody's really going to understand or take it in properly. It's for the right ears, though. Then y'all will benefit. The rest won't. The rest won't. Early bird gets the worm. There's a reason for that. Early bird gets the worm. In this ecosystem, if you're participating in Pulse Chain and Pulse X, you're still early. This thing is 90 days. 90 days old versus other blockchains have been out for years. 90 days. Bear market hasn't even seen its full cycle. Its first bull cycle yet. Hasn't even seen that yet. And you listening to people creating you multiple decks upon decks upon decks, meme upon meme upon meme, token upon token upon token. It's your choice to do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are thinking there's a new strategy coming around. You're thinking there's a paradigm shift that's taking place. Oh, yeah, there is. The one that I see that's happening is not the one that some of y'all are thinking is happening. You thinking that, oh, yeah, let's take advantage now. Create your own stuff. Create your own everything. And you think your own everything is going to do even better than what was designed to do exponential gains. Y'all afraid to talk about 10,000x anymore. You scared. You shouldn't have even bought into the whole idea. You got. You duped yourself. If you believed in it and then you change, all of a sudden you scared. You quiet because of some alphabet agency or whatever, peer pressure. What pressure you feeling among people who are on the internet? And even if you met them in real life, what peer pressure? What are you talking about? Pressure from where? Pressure from where? Or you getting hit by, what? Folks are telling you, what to say and what not to say, putting batteries in your back or taking them out of your back. Can't think for yourself? Crypto's a solo sport. Never forget that. Never forget that. Good thing for yourself. Speak loud. Still waiting for these bum ass sacrifices to come out. Where y'all at? All of y'all. Who cares? Equal opportunity equals smoke for everybody. All of y'all. You disrespecting the money of the people, man. I don't care. It's what it is. Where y'all at? All of y'all. You know? But hey, no. You know, it's about all diversify. Marketplace, this nuance, this nuance, that nuance. Nuance what? Nuance this ROI that you're still waiting, that you probably won't receive for a very long time. You get an airdrop and it's worth crumbs. You sacrifice for a sacrifice, you get an airdrop and it's worth crumbs by people who are telling you they have 3,000 years of experience in finance. Like they're doing something for you for free. And y'all believe in that. Meanwhile, you shun, all of a sudden you betray, turn your back, become a traitor to yourself, because did they get you into the space? Or was it not RH? Or was it not the tokens he talks about that got you into the space? The thing launched and all of a sudden you wanted to see 10,000x in 24 hours. You're foolish. You're ridiculous. And then see people take advantage of your weak position, your weak mental position. Folks prey on that. Look at how fast these so-called people that are leading these sacrifice phases are you know, so-called leaders from these projects that y'all still waiting to come online. Listen to how they speak. Listen to how they talk. Listen to how they've been talking the last 2 years. You understand? Like, and then the science was given to y'all. The information was given to y'all by RH and people like me, people like other people. It's been given, y'all. It's been given the whole time. But no, we just what? I don't care. I don't care what you guys say. You got somebody who said on the spaces, he needs people to lead. He needs people to join him to break us. This was said on the spaces. He erased the spaces. Why do you think he did that? Wake up and see what's really going on here, y'all. Wake up. Then you got people in the community that want to kumbaya all day, talk about, oh, everything is kumbaya. Everything is not kumbaya. When you got people talking about breaking other individuals so they could go and buy into their narrative. See, when you have folks who are not talking that stupid shit they're talking about, they're upset. You got millions going through your fugazi ass decks. Millions. Why are you mad at what I'm saying? You should be relaxed. You should be happy, sipping on something exotic in a remote tropical locale somewhere. Why are you worried about what you worried about? What you worried about anything for? You did something, is hugely successful, right? Your thing went up 25x. Why are you complaining about some people who just want to remain true to Hex, Pulse Chain, and Pulse X? Why are you mad? Why you got millions going through your system in volume, nuance? Do you see what I mean? No, a lot of y'all don't see what I mean. You don't. Mm-mm. More Hex in the building. What's going on? Salute to you, Alan Fizzle. Salute, Tin Top in the building. Ernie Savage. You know. Wow. Yeah, look, I let y'all tell it. Because if I say it, it means I'm hating. No, it doesn't mean that I'm hating. You see? Look at this. Look at this. This guy, the opinion of the people. Where y'all at? Y'all looking crazy in these. We're about to approach the summer's ending. The summer's ending. This thing was launched in spring, and you're still waiting for some liquid loans, Power City, Mintra, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Meanwhile, other people just came. Look at Lit from My Life is Awesome. Just launched the NFT marketplace not too long ago. It just launched. Props to that. It just launched. He just did it. He did it. Got with his team. They did it, and boom, a fork of Ethereum too. Whatever NFTs you had on Ethereum got copied onto their marketplace for Pulse Chain. Mintra, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, really? I would be like, and all of you, the rest of them. And the reason why I'm saying liquid loans, because they were the first ones making noise, trying to get the sacrifice. They amassed 50 million, no expectations, right? 50 million, And then the faces of liquid loans at the time jump ship, like, yo, what's up with y'all? How would people, yo? I'm telling y'all how that, what I'm saying, look crazy in these streets. This is a carousel. Jump from one horse to one horse, swing around the rosy. Musical chairs out this motherfucker. Like, what? You jump from one team to the next project, and you not gonna be like looking like crazy and comfortable too. You think they were worried? No, they got the bag. Who was it? Some Jesse and another guy and some Matt guy, Cho or something like that. Like the faces of that joint, they jump ship. And where they go? Power City. Come on, son. And then Power City, what we doing? What y'all doing? Not we. I don't care about y'all at all. Like, please. True, what have y'all done? What have y'all done in crypto to prove your salt? What have any of y'all done to prove your salt up to this point? What have y'all done? I know what I've done. I talked crazy, reckless for almost 7 years about cryptocurrency. That's what I've done. So I'm an end user. I don't care what you think or how you feel, because y'all don't care about what's going on with my wallets, with my pockets, and my intangible energy and monetary influence. You don't care. So I'm not gonna care about anything y'all got going on. It's not respected. Gerardo used to be like what? TA, master, young guy, TA, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, yeah, Gerardo. Yo, as soon as he came out with his sacrifice, his whole thing like just changed. You just went ghost, kind of ghost. You here, you not here, quiet, you not quiet. Now it's getting a little hot. It's getting a little hot in air, and you coming out with little streams here and there. But it's all been like updates of an update of an announcement Like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? You don't care. So what? So that, and then, but y'all, and then the rest of y'all in the shadows. Not only do you sacrifice, but you outright scam the people. These guys these frontliners that be spaces with their sacrifice logos on their name, frontlining, talking. They don't know who's listening, talking, don't know who hours long, don't know who's listening. SEC's thirsty and greedy with their proverbial fangs out, ready to see who can they get. Because to me, to be honest with you, I'm thinking that right now they're looking past Hex. They're looking past all that. They saw, what, Pulse Chain? Oh, the sacrifice. Oh, sacrifice. Oh, who were the first sacrifice projects to come? Oh, this is what we're doing here? Oh, okay. You think they're not looking through? That's just me. Y'all need to make sure you had your affairs in order. Did you have your affairs in order? Or you gonna rock the people to sleep? Or rock the people in general and not give them what you promised? All of y'all, like really, all of y'all, what y'all doing? You're not keeping it real. You're keeping it real disingenuous with your nuance. crazy, man. Not keeping it real, keeping nothing real. Keeping nothing real. Fancy talk for whatever backgrounds you have. Who cares? No one cares. You think green candles care about our backgrounds? Even red candles. You think red candles care about how we feel in our background experience? No, none of that matters. Did you dot your I's and cross your T's? You sacrifice sets, sacrifice projects and all that weirdo stuff, man. The ones that have launched, at least they launched. And I hope they do well. I hope the people who sacrificed and donated to these projects that, are on Pulse Chain, I hope they succeed. Period. But a lot of y'all, the first one everybody's still waiting for, yo. What are y'all doing? We're approaching the holidays in the States. It's about to get cold out here. And you're still like dragging your feet. Updates of an update of an update. No, we don't understand. You got to understand, there's people right here. And so I'm gatekeeping y'all. Not gatekeeping y'all. Y'all got 50 million. You got 15 million, 9 million. All these millions left and right. Million. What power do I have to get? I don't have any. And that's the thing. That's these false narratives. You got the millions already. Folks don't care about what anybody's saying because there's millions. So that's why I keep doing what you're doing. Just don't talk shit. When people care about Hex, Pulse Hex, and Pulse Chain are vocal, if not more vocal than you. Who cares? I'm going with what went and made 10,000x. Did you make 10,000x in anything you've done in life? Then there's nothing to talk about. Nothing. You have $1 billion whatever cryptocurrency in your repertoire? No. So it's quiet for y'all. It's quiet until somebody else, like Richard, comes up on the scene. Not some Zen Dracula 21st brick in a Furu building. I'm not talking about that. Like that's crazy. That's why you can't trust anybody out here, man. You can't. And he ain't the only one. He's just the first one that comes to mind because that was the guy that Richard on stream told him to brag. Up to that point, I never saw Richard really tell anybody, to really speak about their kudos and accolades and accomplishments up to that point, right? In a live stream in July 22, Pulse Chain online conference. I was like, wow, that's amazing. Trying to gotta brag. And look what he turned out to be. A year later. Exactly. What we talking about? It's the best thing to do. Buy and hold. But it's not financial advice. But when the bull market comes back, you're going to wish, you look back and now you're going to wish. People, like I said already, people acting like they forgot. They acting like they forgot. Like they don't think the bear market, they don't think the bear market will ever end. Gave up. Arrivederci. Sayonara. Au revoir. They're out. What? Anyway, people. All of them, y'all. All of them. Like, all of them. 9-inch, audit game suspect audit 9-inch. Y'all got mad happy. There's a couple, and then this the thing with there's people in this community that look and listen to certain people who they like. I do the same too. But then you have people in the community that have been here since the beginning or early, and they call themselves OGs and they've been successful, right? and you align yourself with like this degenerate type of activity, this degenerate spirit, this degenerate behavior, and telling people, oh yeah, you did this and you aped in on some kind of sacrifice for Dex, right? And no one's taking, it's like a super gamble. Like you really, what you're doing is you're forgetting that people are listening, and they're gonna want to do the same thing that you're doing just because you're talking about it. Just because you're talking about it, right? Folks are talking about some 9 inch, 9 inch. You don't think people, just because you talked about it, folks got in. And now you're hearing about how, oh, audit didn't go right, audit. That's all like, come on, son. You already got something here that's been, you still dealing with that kind of stuff? You still dealing with, if everybody would have focused on where it really counts, we wouldn't be here at this point, I don't think. I don't think so. Gave away, like, how many hundreds of millions were sacrificed? Think about that. How many hundreds of millions? When one got 50, another got 15, another got 9, 9. Crazy. Another got, like, how many hundreds of millions, you know what I'm saying? Like, that could have been redirected somewhere else and where it counts. But there you go. And then when you're gonna get all that back? You're not, because there's no expectations. That's the nuance. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about the nuance. Mm, mm, mm. Oh snap. Yo, that is fire. How to tell if someone's a true OG. Look at their teeth. Yo, that is 100% true. Look at their teeth. Yeah, yeah. Like 6, 7 months ago, not even at the end of last year into this year, people were like, oh, if it goes below 1 cent, I'm scooping it up. That's a buy, that's an opportunity, all this and that. And folks are crying now that it's under 1 cent, crying, doing the exact opposite. Doing the exact opposite. This is why when folks used to say this in 2021, I'm gonna say this before I break out. Shout out to Rolando, Alan Fizame, It's Me Easy, all the viewers in here. Tin Top in the building, all the viewers, more Hex. I'm gonna say this before I go. Like, that's why, because people are forgetting and they're buying into this short term weird strategies that people are talking about. 10x, they could only see the RH coins going up another 10x, 20x is good, and all this stuff. Many people will not see 10,000x, 15,000x, 20,000. They will not. You see how folks switch it up at a drop of a hat, at a drop of a dime. Folks will not see those long-term gains. Many people. I'd put money on it if I was a gambling person, in a sense. I believe most won't. Most won't. Many people didn't see 10,000x to be 100% with y'all, because that's captured on the chain. That's verifiable. Like, you could go do the research. Not many people bought the low and held on to the top, held on, at the high, or sold the top. Not many people. And that's at 10,000x. Maybe those who staked did very well, right? T-share rate, they said, went up very high too, 15K. But If people are just clamoring for a 1x, 2x, and they thinking 10x is equivalent to their 10,000x, you could see why people don't get to see exponential gains. You could see why. You could see why many people missed out on exponential gains, and only few have been able to capture exponential gains. It's not hard. You can see it. You can see it. And unfortunately, many people in this hex community, I thought the hex community was stronger than what it is. It's not. It's really not. I thought it was, though. And I saw, like, once since Pulse Chain launched, the community's too fragmented. And it's just going to continue to grow organically and be splintered in multiple directions. Like, for real, it's not, it's just what it is. It's just what it is. People are going to have different interests. They're going to appreciate meme coins over everything. There's people that's going to appreciate NFTs over everything. There's people that's going to appreciate the Richard Hart tokens over everything. There's people that's going to appreciate a bunch of different things. And that's all welcome. It's all welcome. It's just don't throw stones and insults and attack the people who want to appreciate what Richard Hart created, because that's what got us here in the first place. Like that, I don't understand. And it's not about, not thinking for yourself and being brainwashed. It's about, understanding that this is what it is. I don't care for many things that the man has done, and I've been critical about it. Who cares? Look at what these things are designed to do. Look at what Hex has done and is capable of doing in the future. T-share rate going up. Ask this fool, ask him why he doesn't believe the T-share rate will help improve the price of Hex. But y'all have yet to do that. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I'm just looking out for y'all. I already got myself situated. You know what I'm saying? I got myself situated, but I care about people and I care about what I say, and I'm responsible and I hold myself accountable because I'm conscious about what I talk about. Not like many other people. That's evident. And I don't flip-flop. I don't. I can say that 100%. Like, I don't do that. I haven't done that. I have no reason to flip-flop. Period. With that, y'all, we'll catch y'all on the next one. Take care. Enjoy your day.